Hey guys, so it's time to finish this application, but first let me go to Google Fonts. Okay, the font that I'm using is called Hint, and let's get this one because that's already in the CSS. So we just need to come back here inside the public index.html. Let's add it, well, maybe here below this one. And you can see we already have our font. Okay, so I uploaded two more posts. You can see the difference in the font. I think it looks better. So now we need to allow the application to edit the posts. So let's actually go and build the function that we need inside our config. So Firebase config, and we already have the update post, but we're going to do something here. Okay, so we are not just going to console, but we're going to check. Remember that the post ID is the ID that we're going to pass, and the post data is the actual object that is going to allow us to edit what we have in the database. So we're going to say if post data cover, that we're going to pass this cover property. Okay, if we have a file, what we're going to do is to create another storage ref. You could also storage ref, create this one in the here. Okay, but well, let's just do it this way here. Equals Firebase, because we are just doing this over and over again, so you can do that on the constructor storage. So you would only need to reference that property ref. So we're going to say constant storage child. We already have this, so let me just copy. I don't know why I'm doing this. So I'm going to copy all this, and I'm going to change a few things. Okay, so I think I'm not going to change anything because we're checking for the cover. Okay, so this one is post data instead of post. So post cover. Okay, so let's get it like that. Now we're going to say await. So this one is going to be an async function. Storage ref that child. So first we're gonna get this post data all cover, that is the file we have. In case we have a file, we're going to pass that name as an all cover and delete that, because we have another file and we want to delete the one that was referenced before. Okay, so we can update it. We don't want that file anymore, so we just delete it. Catch error and console.log error. Okay, now let's say let update post or updated post equals to what is going to come from the post data object, the title, post data.title, content, post data.content, content, and also the cover, that is our download URL, and the file ref, the new file ref, that is the file, if I can type, okay, file ref. So now let's say constant post, in case we want to return this, await Firebase that Firestore. This is a method that collection posts that document, the document we are going to update, post ID, that set, and here we're going to pass the object we're going to use and the merge true. That the merge true is only going to change what is being changed, okay, inside this, meaning that if we don't change, if we just send an, well, you will see in the next one, okay, so that will be explained better. So at this moment it's only going to use this and kind of check title, content, cover, and file what has changed, and using this merge is going to only change what actually changed inside this object. Okay, so okay, let me, because I have this, so we can actually catch the error here. So let's just say console.log error. You can return the error if you want, and just return post if that is set. So this is happening, or this will happen, this will run if we have a cover, meaning the user chose another file. So in case we don't have another file, what we're going to say is constant post equals to await Firebase that Firestore that collection posts that doc and posts, sorry, not post ID, set, yes, set, and here we're going to pass only the post data, meaning that we're going to give the user an option to add something with the cover or not. So if we have a cover inside this post data object, then this is going to run. If not, we're only going to merge what changed. So we're going to pass post data here and also say merge. So since the cover and the file ref are not going to be changed, so those will stay the same, and it's only going to change title and content, or which one, okay, anyone that changed. So catch error, console.log error, and we return, not here but here, we return the post. Either way, we are going to return a constant named post. Okay, so that should work, and we still need to add the functionality inside our update current post that is inside our post component. So okay, what we're going to do is we already have the default, the prevent default, the set is busy that is in the loader, and here we need to create the object and update the post. So this is going to actually go inside the promise. So let's say constant underscore post is going to be equals to an ID. Well, we don't need an ID. I don't know why I did that. Title, um, title ref that current that I think is a value. So we're going to set inside this post object the title property that is going to get the reference we have in the input, okay, this title ref, and we're going to get the value of that, the current value, okay. We're going to do the same with the content. Content ref, I think is called, yep, current value, and that is going to be it. So this is the only thing we are going to add right now inside this post. Okay, so we have only the title and content. Now we are going to check if the file ref that current that files that length, okay, if that is if we have a file there, we're going to add the cover property to the post that is going to be equal to file ref that current that files. I don't know why it's not getting the IntelliSense file ref. We have file ref here. Okay, so that should work. Let's see. This should be give me the suggestions of the properties, but I'm not sure what's going on. So let's say the first file is going to be this cover property, and we're going to pass the next property that is post old cover. So old cover is going to be the post that we have stored in the state of this component. So we're going to get the file ref that is the reference of the current file. So this is the current file. So when I click this, okay, and I get a file, this one is going to be uploaded, and this one is going to be now the old cover. Okay, so we're going to pass this reference as the old cover so we can update. Now after this, so this is only going to happen if the user actually added a file. Now Firebase that update post. So here we pass the post ID we have stored in the state, and we pass this underscore post, not like that, but we are going to say then. So console.log and post updated set is busy to false because that should be done, and set redirect to true. We can also catch the error console.log error in case something happens, and that should be it. So let's see. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Okay, it's taking a bit since my internet is slow. But let's see. So let's first change this new post updated, and let's add to this one updated like that. So say update post updated, it was this one post updated, and you can see updated here. So that is only changing the title and the content, so it remains with the image and the file ref that it had. Okay, so that is the merge in action, only updating what actually changed. So if I come back here and I choose an image, okay, let me choose this one. So if I go and say update post, it's going to take a bit. Okay, you can see that it changed to this image. So okay, and right now let's go to storage, and we should have two images because we're deleting the old cover. Okay, you can see the changes. So this should be it. Oh no, I remember what. So remember that if we log out, we can still come back here and say and add a post. Okay, so we don't want this. We don't want user that is not authenticated to enter here. Okay, but he will be able to enter here, and you can see that we are already checking if the user is logged in order to remove the edit button that is there. So we only need to make one more change inside the create. So let's go into our code, and now remember that we have this use effect and this with router, okay, that we are not using. So first of all, we're going to say with router and wrap our component, and then we're going to use our use effect. So also we have these props that we are not using here. Okay, so we're going to say use effect. Well, let me see where below at post. Let's say here use effect. Okay, so remember that we have a function that handles the user get user state, and this one is going to return a user in case we have a user. So if we don't have a user, we're going to use props that history that replace, and we add here the route that we are going to use to send the user, okay, that is not authenticated. So let's save this, and you can see if I go to new post, it's going to redirect me to welcome back. That is the login. Okay, so of course you can also remove this, since we already are checking if the user is login. So you can check the user state and remove this from the navigation, and that would be it. So the application is done. We can edit. Okay, we cannot if we are not logged in. So let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6 login. Let's go to one of these. Let's edit, and let's choose another file and add another file. and update post. Just wait for that, and later I will add a tutorial on how to, because I did some research and I'm sure or almost sure that I can do this with hooks. So we have some custom hooks inside an application like this that is going to retrieve us the upload percent of the image, so we don't only have the loading, okay, and a simple message, so the user could see that something is actually going on. And because if we only have the loader, the user might think that after some time, you can also add size filter on the upload. But if there's a big image trying to be uploaded, then it could take some time and the user might think that it is stuck, but actually it's uploading that image, but since it's too big, it's taking too long. So we're going to maybe add that to this one, or I'm not sure, maybe. So if not, I'm just going to add a video. I haven't done that, but I will, about just managing that using custom hooks. So this is it. I think the application is done. So if we log out, we go redirected to the login. Okay, you can change that so you get redirected here, and you can see that the email is not being displayed. So yeah, I think that's actually all that we needed to do, and the application is done. Of course, it's not responsive, although we have the Flexbox. It's not that responsive, okay, but well, this is just a demo, so if you want me to build a responsive application or maybe a landing page or something like that, just let me know. And well, that's all, and see you on the next one.